We have an amazing time for you guys today. I hope that you guys are watching this on YouTube rather than just listening to it, because we're going to show you around Ty Park's Iguana Land, the amazing Ty Park he's on. And this is a really exciting video for us because we get to see exactly, how the sausage is made there and see what has progressed, over the years and where Ty's at now and how he's going to be opening soon. So stay tuned for this one.
I'm doing great, guys. So it's been kind of raining and it's flooded here, but it's drying up real quick. So you can see it's pretty dry now. I see a little puddle here, but yeah, good thing about this facility is we do get a lot of rain, but it dries up real quick.
That's a plus.
Yeah. So what are we gonna do today?
Honestly, Ty, we never really have a game plan going into this. We usually wing it. Me and him both have a pretty good idea on your background and a lot of things we don't know. So honestly, I think we should start out strong talking about the park. If you want to walk through, show off some of the enclosures you guys are working on or have finished up. We can chat about that, and then we can kind of get a little more into the history of the hobby and some things you've been experiencing over the last decade you've been in it.
Maybe I should have bought a selfie stick or something, huh?
Yeah. We could have sent you a selfie stick. I got tons of those on hand here.
Yeah, okay. So, basically, I'm pushing to open by April 1st.
April 1st.
1.5 months to get this thing done, and I think we can probably do it. I said probably, but so... Basically, this is the entrance. We're going to redo the entrance. I don't like the doors. I'm going to redo the doors. I'm going to have metal door replace these doors that I bought from Home Depot. And this, what you're looking at is the gift shop area that we still have to do, obviously. I have a couple who's going to come and take care of this area for me. They have a lot of experience opening up a gift shop and stuff, so they should be here probably within a month to take care of this room, turn it into a gift shop kind of thing,
Really cool.
Can you see okay or what?
Yeah, we're looking great, bud.
All right, so after you pay, this is where you come in. This is part of basically the entrance to the zoo, all right? So you see some enclosures on the right, left, and of course, we are going to have a wall at the end. And also, I'm thinking about putting a roof over this and making it real dark in here, almost like a tunnel, so that the focus will be the animals kind of thing. We don't have too many animals up here yet. You can see most of the top cages are empty. We do have some of these cages are have occupants. You can see an Egyptian tortoise. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, right now we're in maintenance mode, so the glass is not very clean right now and stuff. But of course, when we're open, obviously all that will be taken care of. But you can see the flat-tailed spider tortoise here.
That's so cool.
You see some arachnoides here. I don't know if you can see them or not.
Oh yeah.
So and then we have some. There's my green tree monitor. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
He had pretty good meal yesterday of mostly insects. Let's see. Of course, everything will be tightened up before we open. Right now, everything is in maintenance mode. We don't worry too much about how clean the glass is and stuff. So it's yellow red snake. Have plenty of room in here.
Tons of room.
So anyway, so when you come out, we have Dan Jennison is coming next week with his son. And he's going to take over building this place for me because he has done some amazing work at different zoos all over the U.S. and in Canada. So he'll be taking over. the construction part of it. This room here is basically, ignore this pink ugly a cooler that's gonna be gone, and they in place of that, I'm gonna build two more cages like this. So basically, when Dan is here, turn these habitat. These are 13 by 8 by 8 habitat um, into some amazing, uh, uh, you know, the cages that would kind of look very much like the animals that came from, the natural habitat kind of thing. So I have Cyclura recordi in this cage. Of course, they are very rare species of Cyclura that come from Dominican Republic. And we're also expecting some Cyclura penguins. There are only 15 in the whole U.S. We'll be getting some soon, I hope. We'll be in that habitat. Move around a little bit here. And of course, this area here would have murals all around. Back here, this door will be closed, and this will be my employee section back here. So in this area, it'll be basically a bunch of picnic tables and chairs in here, so that people can relax in here. I probably this I have it set up as Australian frilled. Of course, this one I'm going to probably put in Amazon basin boa.
Mm.
I have Gigantea in here. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, we can see him back there.
Prenti.
Yeah.
We have two Prenti that came from Dallas Zoo. And across here, I plan on putting in probably a San Esteban Iguana and Chagawala from San Esteban Island.
Yeah.
Albino water monitors gonna go in that habitat. So we got some rare animals that's gonna be displayed in this area. Australian frill is one. I'm probably also gonna make two cages here in this space, and I'm gonna put in a cooling system so I could have bowline python in one cage and the Parson chameleon in the other one. So
very cool.
a lot of things going on. So that's the beginning of the zoo. And as you come out, and of course this will be the outside, and this big area here, we're gonna put a nice mural in this area. We have a lot of pavers we built. On the right side, we have some larger cages. On the left side, smaller cages. We'll be redoing these cages. Basically, the bottom will be replaced. And of course, there'll be railing here all around. Also, one of the things that we have planned on doing is we're going to put in 1,400 linear feet, 6 feet tall fencing, so that if any animals escape and stuff, it'll be within these animal areas kind of thing. So basically, secondary containment. We'll be working on that next month.
Okay.
Here's some of our iguanas. Different color morph, different actually locality. Here's one of my favorite. I don't know if you can see her.
Yeah.
Lime green. And here's another favorite.
Oh yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
He still have food on his mouth. And so now we're going to Chilonian Center. Let's see here. What should I show you? This will be the largest Chilonian Center in the world, I believe. We're going to have probably between 150 to 200 species of turtles and tortoises in this area.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be my favorite part.
So this on the right side, you can see this is 10 feet by 7 feet enclosure for aquatic turtles. You can see the land portion back there, and you can see also
Oh yeah.
The turtles. All these enclosures have running water, and it drains constantly into this drain.
Wow.
Cool.
So it's pretty much self-cleaning. This area is about the length of this one walk is about 150 feet. We just got the tin for to finish the roof up here, so this will be all covered. And so when it rains, it actually be like canopy of about 150 feet by 10 feet area over here. Um, you can see Banniger. Yes, she has a lot of algae on her. That's the male. That's the female. On this side, the cages are enclosures are a little smaller. These are 5 by 7, so different size turtles goes in here. You can see one of the painted turtle over there on the log. Of course, this is the visitors area, and it will be screened like this. You can see
Yep.
before we open, so that obviously we don't want fingers in the enclosures or hands in the enclosure. And now I'm going into an area where my staff would service these turtles, aquatic turtles here. We still need to raise this area up so it won't flood, but it's not that bad. So now you're in area where the staff will be. There's a Diamondback Terrapin. Did you see it?
Okay.
So on the right side, the water is about 2 feet deep. On the left side, about 6 inches deep to about a foot deep. Obviously, it depends on how we, the length of the pipe that we use.
Yeah.
Here's some Rhinoclemys Cucurima mani. They have a lot of algae on them. That's a pair.
Cool.
These are giant Asian pond turtle. Hyoscine grandis.
Really nice.
The female, that's the male. Empty. We have a lot of cages still empty here. We probably have about a quarter of these enclosures filled. You can see the snake net. You see the snake net turtle?
Yep.
So basically, this is the shallow habitat here. Deeper habitat on this side. So I'm gonna come out of this area. Like I said, most of these cages are empty right now, waiting for turtles and tortoises. And I'm sorry, tortoises are on the other side, but mainly for aquatic turtles, obviously on this side. You could see this water is from the rain that we had last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
these are still empty.
Yeah, I mean everything looks great. I mean, last time I came to visit, that was just brickwork at that point. It's really cool to see it all filled in.
Yeah, some embononces. Matter of fact, I'll be a friend of mine, Chuck Schaefer, is donating about 30 embononces adult that he has in his facility. This Sunday, I'm gonna go pick them up. Also, he's donating about 35 Emmys, uh, brown tortoises, Asian brown, and actually, I think he has some Asian black too. He has, I think, about 30 to 35 adults that he wants to donate to the zoo. So this Sunday, I'll be going up there to pick those up.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably, because his donation's so large, I'm going to probably designate a little area and dedicate it to him.
No,
Yeah.
that's a really nice gesture.
Yeah, in this area here, you can see some tortoises. It's not really done. We did plant them, uh, but they have no inhabitant in here right now. In this area, I'm gonna keep building tortoise pens on the right side. Here, we're gonna fence it in and put in maybe, I don't know, 30 to 50 native turtles, and I'm gonna have little like a coin machine so people could feed them.
Cool.
And there'd be a walk here, obviously, like this, along this way. I'm gonna go this way now. So there'll be a bunch of tortoise pen on this side. There'll be probably about 10 to 16 feet will be the dimension of the tortoise pens in this side. These are also 10 by 16. I do have, I don't know if you can see the wood turtles. This
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
American
it.
wood turtle. This is their habitat.
It's a nice looking cage.
Yeah, nice
Habitat.
waterfall. Um, yeah, they've been here for probably about 6 months now, and they're doing really well. All these cages on the right side will have pond and running water. They just got to be finished. Matter of fact, I have a person coming in December and stay with us for 2 3 months to get all these ponds built. You can see on the ground shade cloth. This is 160 feet by 15 feet shade cloth. That's gonna cover the whole area up here. This shade cloth is temporary. It got really hot in the summertime, so we put that up temporarily. These will be put up there, and it will be adjustable so that when it's really cool day, we could kind of throw them up, draw them away so that they get more sun, kind of thing, you know. So they go up here, 15 by 160 feet, shade cloth. These are 3 pond that was done. This has yeah, it did kind of get flooded, so we're gonna have to adjust that. We probably have to put more dirt in here. But you can see the box turtle,
Yeah.
Florida box turtle. Matter of fact, they really love water, so this might even be perfect for them.
Hmm.
Here's another build. Probably just need to put more mulch and stuff before we open. But you can see the running water. We have some
Yeah.
hingebacks in here. You could, I don't know if you can see them way in the back on the corner. Of course, my idea is to put in more animals in these habitats so that they'll be seen. I hate going to zoos and you don't see the animals, you know. So that's one of the things that I'm constantly working with. Here's another one here. Has rhino climates in here. Purkurima. Nice habitat, but you really don't see the animals. So I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
probably put in more animals in here. You can see one down here. You see them?
Yeah.
So you actually have to look for them. But really, animals really love it here and thriving. Here's another one here. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
So you just have to look for them, but you do see them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the fun part when you go to a zoo, tracking down where the animal is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So now I'm getting out of the kind of like Chilonian Center here. I think in 4 months this place will be transformed to, I would hope, an amazing place. Of course, this area here I'm gonna kind of make it. Of course, the left side will be tortoise pens, but on the right side I'm gonna put in some gazebos, maybe a tiki hut for people to enjoy this area. I have a nice koi pine in this area. Right now we're doing some cleaning up. There will be railing in front of this pond. Waterfall. To see the koi. And I'm going to put a 12-foot by 10-foot deck in this area. So I have a lot of work to do, but I think we'll get it done in 4.5 months. I have a lot of contractors coming in. I'm working with a contractor right now to build the bathroom. Technically, I could open this place after I get the bathroom built. But of course, I want to finish as many cages as possible and put animals in it. Hi there. It's one of my rescue water monitor. It's a nice big cage. Outdoor and actually indoor space he has. There's a nice coming guy in here, but I don't see him. I'll be hiding somewhere. So let's walk this way. These cages will be replaced by display cages. These are right now just some of the cages that I hold baby rock iguanas that hatched out recently. You can see.
Oh yeah.
We hatch out about 700 rock iguanas every year.
Wow.
This year is
Yeah,
any
right.
different. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I think that's more than most anybody could produce. Those were Lewisite hybrids, and this cage here has Cuban iguanas. You can see the Cuban iguanas.
Oh yeah.
They're very variable. Some are bluish, some are more reddish. We give them chopped greens, of course. These cages are 6 by 6 by 6. Don't be surprised. I have a lot of rhinos in here.
Yeah. That's okay. I love rhinos.
Yeah.
We produced about 450 rhinos this year.
Holy smokes. That's a lot.
Yeah, I know.
That's
but every
great.
year I sell out. So, and I get, there's more rhinos in here. That's one of my black dragon. Of course, we get a display cage before we open. All these cages will go to the back. Behind the scene kind of cages.
Yeah.
In replacement of these cages, we're going to build some real nice cage over here, kind of like this. These are my display cages. There'll be railing on this side. But you can see truck monitor, he needs to move into a bigger cage. We got to build one. In the matter of fact, I want him to grow a bit before I put him in those cages. He's still not big enough for that cage, but he's very comfortable, doing well. These cages are 5 by 5 by about 7 feet tall.
Cool.
Black roughneck in here. He was out basking recently, but he probably had enough for basking. He's probably in here somewhere. But he was up there basking about an hour ago. When it's sunny like this, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they tend to hide. Australian water dragons. You can see there's one up there.
Oh yeah.
Fate females, you can see.
Yep.
1.4 in here. There's another one sitting right there, female. That's the male.
Wow.
You can see everything is kind of automated. You can see the water spray, pick it up there. I think that's empty. Here's another black roughneck. Juvenile.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think he's shedding right now. He's pretty itchy. But obviously, with the humidity in Florida, there's no problem shedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these enclosures.
Thank you. Yeah, it took us a lot to build these things. but it seemed to work out really well. Some of these cages are overgrown, but that's okay. We're gonna trim them all down before visitors come.
Yeah.
Here's nice Selfin dragon. You see him?
Oh, back in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see.
Oh yeah.
Man.
They really love the water they had, the rain they had the last couple of days. Another species of that was the first one with the Philippine. This is what they go integrate. Different species. I don't think there's a scientific name for this one. It might have changed recently, but everybody called them integrate. More selfins, more selfins, more selfins. These are typical ones. These are emboinonces. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, these are Weber eyes. My fault. These are Weber eyes. Luta from Philippines. And then we have some green iguanas here. Some of the different type of spiny tails in here. All these cages will be redone. There'll be the back and the side will be solid, so that it won't look so messy. Right now, these are just for maintenance. The hide box and stuff like that is also temporary. We're gonna build some nice hide boxes for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the rare species of iguana. Can you see? Record eye.
Oh yeah.
Record eye.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say rare, how rare for that one?
Oh my gosh. Maybe 1,000 in the in Dominican Republic, and maybe in captivity in the U.S. I'm gonna guess maybe 30,
Wow.
40. It's monitor surfer. A lot of monitors are in their house right now because it's getting hot. They were out all morning. I have lace monitors in here, but both of them are inside their hut.
That's okay.
Yeah, I see Apprentice still out. You see him?
Yeah.
Yep.
So go back here. This is a mess, but that's okay. There'll be a big wall, 8-foot wall here, hiding all these trailers that just house, stuff. I've accumulated a lot of stuff, so those are just storages. In this area here, there'll be a bathroom. I just hired a good contractor. It'll be kind of more like outdoorish bathroom. The sink will be under the roof, but it won't be all enclosed kind of thing. And there'll be actually some greenery in there. And of course, the stall itself will be, lockable and stuff, basically regular bathroom. But the sink area and stuff like that will be kind of like almost like outdoors. So there'll be bathroom here. Of course, there'll be septic area where these babies are right now. These will be all going into an area where I call it off, from the visitors kind of thing. So this area here, I want to put in a nice playground for the kids. I really want to focus on educating the kids. That's a very important part of what I'm doing right now. So basically, three goals that I have here for Iguana Land is educate the general public, and mostly I want to concentrate on educating the youth. I want them to come in here and be really excited to see the reptiles and stuff. And then the second, I want people like scientists to come here and do their research work. I have I already had people come here, and do a lot of research here. I had a veterinarian. His name is Sean, who did a lot of work with Cyclura, because we have more Cyclura here than anywhere in the world. So it's easy for him to come here instead of going to the island and do all these research. And there are so much restriction when you go to the island. There are a lot of things that you cannot do there. You could just come here and do it here with all the animals that I have. So that's number two. And then number three, I want to be able to contribute to conservation work. My goal is to give about $250,000 a year to conservation work from this facility. Hopefully within that couple of years after we open. So this
Yeah.
back area here is gonna be. We're gonna probably build some large cages back here. I'm gonna also make it kind of like a park like back here for people to enjoy. Now I'm gonna. So the zoo itself. Oh, actually, I forgot to. Well, I got back to that. So the zoo itself will be divided into two sections. One area where general public are welcome, and then there'll be my breeding area where we're gonna give probably a couple of 2 or 3 tours a day, and there'll be guided tour. And I'm gonna walk in there right now. And there'll be extra. I'm thinking about charging maybe $10 extra for these guided tours, and I'm going to donate 100% of that to conservation work. So hopefully just that will hopefully we'll raise about 100,000 every year.
Wow.
Yep.
This area here, left area, is gonna be we're gonna do I'm sorry. Gonna take all these down on the left side here. These were all tegu pens. We no longer have tegus. So this area, we're gonna do some, breaking down, and we're gonna build some new cages for the babies.
Okay.
So this area here is my breeding area. Oh, my loci hybrid.
Ooh.
Yeah,
right.
kinda
This is so
cool
pretty.
day, but it's still pretty nice blue. But they're bright blue during breeding season, and of course when it's really nice and sunny out and stuff. So these are my loci hybrids on this side. I have some Cubans, and I think I have Cyclura nubula caymanensis on this side. These are all for just breeding. It's not for set up for breeding, not for general public. So I use cheaper material to build these. Instead of they're not really for display, but very functional.
Yep.
All the cages are. Here, let me open one up. This cage here is a good example. 20 feet by 10 feet. All right. We have hide box with heater, and I turn the heater on when it's 50 to 55 degrees, depending on how cloudy that day was. If it was cloudy all day, I have my staff turn the heater on at 55. If it's been really sunny during the day, I tell them to wait till they're about 50. So it's kind of like, depending on what the day was like, it's when we turn the heaters on. These all have 100-watt heat emitters on top, heat pad, I'm sorry, heat panel, actually. So they have everything they really need. There's 2 areas where they could lay, and during egg laying season, we fill that area up with sand, and that's where they lay. And of course, there are 2 females in there with 1 male, and you can see 2 nest area. And the bottom is all screened.
Oh,
Pretty simple system that worked for me for the last 11 years.
that looks efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it works. Why change it, right?
Couldn't agree more.
Rhino Iguana. These rhinos are probably about 7, 8 years old. They were all hatched by me. They're still young. They're not fully grown. We feed them. We feed the adult 5 times a week. So basically, Monday we feed them green mix. Tuesday we give them Missouri pellet. Wednesday we skip. Thursday we give them green. Friday we give them green. Saturday we give them pellets, and Sunday we skip. And it's been working pretty good with that schedule. Of course, the babies are fed every day. I love rhinos, you can see.
Oh yeah. I know when we visited, you had that one real big one that you went in with for a little bit. I thought that one was really awesome. Probably the biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, Donkey Kong, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this area here, I have about 5 acres still undeveloped. That's my burn pile over there. So I think this is going to be second or third phase. After we open the door, we're going to keep expanding. I want to start out with about 250 to 300 species of reptiles, all harmless. I don't want to do venom yet. Like I said, I want to really focus on educating the children. And, you know, every zoo that I've ever visited, they're focused mainly big crocodiles and venomous stuff. So I don't think I need to do that. I want to emphasize more like the diversity of reptiles. I mean, if you have 200 species of, you know, turtles here, that's gonna show them, wow, you know, the diversity of the Chilonians. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of education I want to do instead of trying to wow them with huge crocodiles and stuff like that.
I understand that.
So it'd be a little different. Also, we are registered as the agri-tourism, and with that, we could do more hands-on stuff. These are some of the, as you could see the tropical storm damage over there. The shade cloth fell down, but that's very easily replaced or fixed. These are not done yet. They need to be painted, but these pens or enclosures are 10 feet by 10 feet. Pretty big.
Very big.
Yeah, there will be all done before we open. It's, yeah, there's wind damage there. There's no turtles in here right now. I moved them all to the other side when I finished the other side. So, but having said that, we are looking for, you know, a lot of turtles. Hopefully, some, you know, people will donate them to us or rescue. And then some people will be, we're going to be doing some loan with them, a loan breeding program. And then, of course, at the end, hopefully within, well, before about 2-3 months before we open, I'll be in the market to purchase the turtles and tortoises that we do not have. So we're still waiting. I'm not in a hurry to get animals because right now, more animal you have, you know, more, you know, keepers I have to have.
Yeah.
So I have 4 keepers right now, 4 construction people. So, but having said that, we're really gonna ramp up construction in next, starting next week. Actually, we're gonna really ramp up construction. I'm back to this area here. I'm going to, you can see we're building a wall here. So this area will be blocked off, or the employee area will be blocked off from visitors area right here. And you could see this pad here with all the green. There'll be a building here, 140 feet by 10 feet building, and on both sides there'll be display. So the display in this building would be smaller displays. Like I could have leopard geckos or dart frogs, so they'd be like maybe 40-gallon size. But I could probably put in literally 100 habitat in this area, in this building, right? And of course there'd be doors. And I'm thinking about dividing the building into three, so I could have different set them at different temperature. So in the middle, there'll be obviously an aisle for employees to take care of the cages. But on both sides, you'll see the habitats. So that's one of the big projects that we still have left. And on this side here, we're going to totally redo this area. We're going to actually redo three sides with rock work, back and both sides. And of course, we're going to replace all these screens with something more aesthetically pleasing. Like this is a small sample of what these kind of look like after we're done. So rock work on three sides, back on the side, top will be screened. So basically this is what you're looking at in a larger version on this side. It'll be 10 feet by 15 feet. There are 10 of them here. So I'll be displaying large, maybe water monitors and some of the rock iguanas in this area.
Okay.
So yeah, and these are more of an aquatic habitat. I'm building waterfall here on these two cages. You could see a little pond here, a drain here kind of thing. I have a person coming to finish these aquatic enclosures. So that's about it in short.
Okay.
Ty,
I wouldn't call that short, but that was awesome.
It's kind of hard to explain what's in my head, but yeah, I mean, I've been, I had this facility for what? I bought this facility in 2007, and my goal was to produce enough animals and sell them and have enough money left over at the end of the year to do some, you know, charity work, like the conservation side especially. So we were able to do that in the last 13 years. I think we're almost at $600,000 in gifts from this facility alone. And we are very proud of that. I don't think too many private people have done that. You see the pied pectinata,
Yeah.
banana pectinata. This side would have mostly spiny toe iguanas on this side. Anyway, so you know, I want to do more. I hope I could. The goal of giving away $250,000 a year is big. I know that, but having said that, I think it's achievable.
Ty, your facility, even right now, just without it being done, it's beautiful. It's really impressive. I'm excited to see it finished, and it's one of the things that we really enjoy. And what I talk with some people about is having I don't know that you would consider us friends. I feel like I know you a little bit, and it's so cool to have a friend that is doing something so big like this for reptiles specifically. And there's a bunch of people that are doing some pretty amazing things around the country for reptiles, but yours is just very impressive, and it's very cool to see all this coming together. And we've all known you. There's lots of people in the hobby that know you, obviously, and have seen it evolve over the years. It's just exciting to watch it grow every year.
Well, I've always loved reptiles. Yeah, I don't know if you heard or not. I guess my daughter's going to do a documentary on me, not Iguana Land. I told her to focus on the animals, but apparently she's stubborn and she want to do more about me. So she's gonna do a documentary on my life.
Like Iguana King?
No, just my life in general. You know, I immigrated here from South Korea when I was 13 years old.
Mhm.
Um, my dad was a professor at University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana, and he decided that um, Korea was not for us. He was one of those amazing men that was, some people call him socialist, but back then in the 50s and 60s, he was few people who were voicing their opinions on equality, gender equalities, and the workers, you know, the poor people. He wanted there was too much of a gap between rich and poor, and he wanted to fight that, and he did, and he was labeled as a socialist. And back then, the Korea was not. It was still more of a dictatorship kind of government. So he fought that for a while, and he decided that he wanted to immigrate to the United States. So he had an invitation from University of Illinois to teach, and so that's what he did. And he brought us all over here in 1967, and I've always loved reptiles, and he gave me a reef turtle when I was 6 years old back in Korea. And ever since then, I've always had some kind of either fish or reptiles in my possession. So it's kind of like a passion, like a lot of you guys have. I'm just much older than you guys, so I was able to do more, I guess, in those years. But yeah, we have some amazing people in our hobby, or in our industry, and I've learned a lot from other people, obviously, and I'm still learning. I'm trying to stay humble, because I still have a lot of things to learn. But ultimately, you know, one thing that people need to realize is that um, what I'm doing right now is not that easy. It's basically um, I have I don't have anybody telling me what needs to be done like 100%. Yeah, get a lot of advices right now from different people, and I really appreciate that. But they only know like maybe less than 50% of what's in my head. You have to look at the finances. You have to look at the employees. Working with different people. They always see this place as a black and white kind of thing. And they give advice, and usually I take, of course, I got here because I took a lot of advice from, teachers. Um, but I've also felt like there's some people out there, um, I don't know, giving me advice, and if I don't take it, they take it personally. And so I see things like that. But having said that, it's not something that's going to stop me from moving forward. But I want people to understand that I'm really doing this for uh, for the I'm not really doing this for myself. I'm putting millions of dollars in here of my money, and I don't think I'm ever gonna see anything back. So um, yeah, and it's kind of hard for me to say things like this, but I think it needs to be said. Um, I do make a lot of mistakes, and I learn from them, and just keep moving on. And I'm the first one to admit that I made a lot of mistakes. Why we had some animal escape from here and stuff. That's one of the reasons why I'm building a secondary fence. It's gonna probably cost about $50,000 extra, but it's got to be something that's got to be done. Um, I did build some of the cages in the back, not with the best material, because at the end of the day, my goal was to have enough money at the end to give to conservation work. That's some of my goals, and I did make some mistakes. Used cheaper materials and stuff because I needed to have money at the end so I could give to conservation. So, but having said that, you can see the stuff that I'm building now are bulletproof. I'm building it with concrete, aluminum. So everything that will be in display will be done um, so that it'll be here for 100 years, after I die, kind of thing.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, Ty, a lot of people put a lot of their life into this hobby, and a lot of them will be forgotten. And I could only imagine the amount of stress you've gone through the last couple of years in the building process of this. I know we talk now and again, and you are nonstop out there doing a project every single day. So, I know that balance has got to be really tough. And then, Jordan was just born. I know you're trying to get out there to see him as much as possible, which I don't blame you. You don't want to miss out on too many of those years, but I'm sure it's going to be a relief when you finish this all up and get to see those first few people come through the door and see everything. I mean, I'm sure that's going to be a gratifying feeling that not many people can really understand in this hobby.
Yeah, I just want people to be patient. It's a long process. It's coming because I want it to be like something that people are gonna come in and say wow kind of thing. I don't want to do it. I want this place to be something that people will be proud of, just like I will be. I'm building really for the community, and I want people to be proud of it, and I want them to be part of this.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is amazing. Honestly, I think there needs to be more community-based stuff going on in this hobby. We kind of talked about it this past year. It got a little quiet on the U.S. Ark front. People stopped talking about it because, we weren't out at the shows. We weren't kind of
Yeah,
discussing topics going on. Things kind of got pushed to the side. And, even you put it on Iguana Fest, which I thought was an amazing thing. Really hated the fact I had to miss it. But
yeah,
no, like I said, I mean, you've always been a guy, as long as I've remembered, that has always kind of done something community based. Everyone loves seeing you at the auctions, of course. Very charitable. So this is exciting. Like I said, it was great to come down and see you X amount of months ago. I think back
yeah.
in March, got to see some of the developing. I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. And again, seeing the video today, where it's like the next step on what you've been working on, is really cool. I love the building process of anything.
Yeah, I think you'll see a big difference in the next 2 3 months, especially with Dan here. I'm going to, as soon as we open, I'm gonna start thinking about doing more. Like iguana. I'm thinking about doing Iguana Fest in the spring and actually doing a Turtle Fest in the fall. Uh, and so I would think that raising $120,000 with the two Iguana Fest for conservation, I think we could do a lot more with once we are known, to general public. I'm right in the middle of Tampa and Miami. Tampa is only 2 hours away. Miami is maybe 2.5 hours away. And Naples only an hour away. And Sarasota is an hour away. And I'm surrounded by millions of people. And I'm only 10 minutes from I-74. I'm sorry, 75. So I think we are going to be successful. We definitely want to have a lot of people come in here. My goal is to have 100,000 to 200,000 people come through here every year, and I think it's very doable. Um, and so with that, we could do a lot of education program, and we could do a lot of conservation program with that. And 100 years from now, I'll be gone, long gone, and I want somebody else to keep doing what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing, honestly. No, like I said, I think everyone's extremely excited about this. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to be down to Tampa in a little while. It's been a tough year to travel, as you know, but I will be planning a trip soon, and I've got to come down there and take another walkthrough and just see where you're at with everything.
Yeah.
Of course, Dave. I mean, you're always welcome. You know that.
Always appreciate it. Always. Well, Ty, we got a couple options here, man. The tour was really amazing, and a lot of what we do on the podcast is talking more about the person. And I really feel like we had a really good, time kind of going through that. I'm gonna let you pick because I know you're a busy man. We can make this a two-part episode if you want. If you want to cut it short today, and this is your call, you can get back to work, and we can bring you back on maybe in like 3 months. Do it over again. Maybe have a sit down beforehand, discuss a little more about you if you'd like.
Absolutely, sure. I'll make the time for you guys, of course.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we could talk for hours. And Ben, I don't know if you're okay with that too, but do you want to make this a two-parter and come back to this in 3 months and have a little more sit-down time with Ty?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
great.
Let's do that, huh?
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
I had a couple real quick questions. They're short answers. Do you have a list of reptiles that you're looking for? Like you were talking about donations for turtles and things like that. Is there a list that you have in your mind that you'd like to see, or somewhere that people can access to say, hey, yeah, we would want to donate this animal or whatever?
Well, I'm looking for some of the iconic species. I'm looking for koalas, and of course they're very rare. And I expect probably I have to pay for them, and which is okay. At the same time, remember I'm looking for 150 to 200 different species of aquatic turtles and tortoises, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even the common ones, I'll be looking for them. Right now, I only have probably about 30 species of aquatic turtles here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I obviously think like Mata Mata, I'm looking for. I already have a flight river turtle, which is great. But um, if they have, animals that they do not want or need, yeah, ask them to contact me, please. And then if I have multiples of them, I would just, say, hey, I have enough. I have a bunch of hematonis that just came in also. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think that it's probably better if they have some extra animals that they contact me through Facebook or Instagram or my email, which is pretty easy, ty at iguanaland.com.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people can contact me anytime. Yeah, I would really appreciate community support. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm alone. Um, but yeah, I think the community would benefit from this.
Yeah.
Um, so if any help I could get, it'd be very appreciated. I know I have a lot of people donated snakes and lizards already to me. Right now, I do need to fill these aquatic enclosures. I want it the next couple of months. I want to be able to ask for donations. After that, and some people who want to do loan program, that's fine with me. And then, of course, probably about 2 3 months before we open, I'll be doing some acquisition of my own with the capital that I have set aside for that.
All right. Really amazing, Ty.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, honestly, not exact. This is a little different than we expected, but man, did I love that tour again. I love seeing this place. Like I said, bringing my dad and my family out and everything when I came out last time was a blast. And with
Yeah.
them living in Sarasota, you'll be seeing a lot of me over the years, like we discussed. But yeah, like I said, you have a lot on your plate. It's a shorter interview than we normally did, but like I said, I definitely want to do a part two on this. Sit down, talk a little more about the history of the hobby with you next time, and
You got it.
again, get a little tour of what you've been working on, and just before you're about to wrap everything up.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Dave. I really like that you guys talked me into this. My days are always crazy. Um, you know, when you run something like this, something always unexpected happens that throws me away from building, kind of thing. So yeah, it's literally been crazy. And of course, I want to spend at least a week with my new grandson. So that's the promise that I made to my grandson. So every month, I fly over there to see him for a week. So, but that's okay. That's life.
I wouldn't complain about that at all, in all honesty.
Nope. I
Yep.
certainly don't complain about that at all.
Yeah.
And once I get this built, hopefully I could spend a couple of weeks in California and a couple of weeks here. That's my plan.
Very
That's
cool,
great.
Ty. Well, again, you are a busy man. Ben, why don't you go ahead and sound us off, and really do appreciate your time today, bud.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you so much, Shai. So, people, if you're listening, or hopefully you were watching this, if you were just listening on one of the podcasts, you should probably go over to YouTube and watch this to get the full effect, because Ty just walked us around, and there's just a lot of amazing things going on, and there's a lot more to see. So, reach out to Ty if you have any questions, or if you have any donations, things like that you want to do and you'll see the links in the description below. And reach out, even if you're just saying, hey, we support you. Let Ty know, because this is a big job. It's a big undertaking, and we all share the love here in our community and in this industry. So thank
I
you so
really
much, Ben.
appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you so much. And so make sure everybody's liking, sharing, subscribing. And then when this opens, you got to go visit. So
Yeah,
gotta
absolutely.
go do that.
All right.
Thank you again.
Hey, thank you again,
you so
Ty. You
much.
be safe, bud.
Yep. Thanks, Ty.